Hey guys, Cookie here. Since we did our last mod video, there have been loads of new mods that were added to Hogwarts Legacy. Some practical game changes or patches to improve the game's performance, while others are just there to be bizarre and strange or maybe just hilarious. Anyways, in this video, I will be going over some of my favorites that have popped up since our last mods video. So let's start out with one of the weirdest mods, which is called Year Level Change Your Height. So there are two ways you can take this mod. You can do it in the normal lore-friendly way, which just gives you the options between being a 1-year student's height all the way up to a 6-year student's height. But the more fun option is to make yourself an ant-sized person, or a giant person, or have a giant head on an ant-sized person. All of these options are pretty hilarious and work pretty well without screwing up your game's performance. The only issue is that the clothing you wear won't change with you, so you have to unequip the clothing, find your preferred height, and then put the clothing back on, and that seems to fix the problem. My favorite has to be the big-headed little guy because you just look utterly ridiculous, and yet I feel like you could come up with some sort of weird spell that you're under that made you look this way. You could write a whole story about how you turned yourself into a mini MODOK if you get my Marvel reference. Anyway, this is a really fun mod to mess with and might just be my favorite one that I've found so far. Let's take a short break from the weird mods and talk about a couple more practical ones. First off is the free fly mod. This mod allows you to fly in places you weren't able to before. Mostly this mod is just good for allowing you to fly around Hogsmeade, which is pretty nice. It is annoying in the normal game how you can't just jump on your broom and fly away after finishing your business in Hogsmeade, so this mod is a welcome change in that regard. There are some other places I believe you can fly that are added because of this mod, but you still can't fly indoors like throughout the Hogwarts castle, because I know, I've tried, but it's still a nice little quality of life change that adds a part to the game that really was missing. Also, another practical mod is the RoR Upgrado mod. In our last mod video, we talked about the Vivarium Upgrado mod, and its author is the same, so this mod is very similar, but for the entirety of the Room of Requirement instead. This allows potions and herbs to grow much faster so that you can harvest them almost instantly, and unlocks all the different parts of the Room of Requirement so you can go to town on how you would like to customize the space. This is great for all the home design aficionados who want nothing more than to let their design and personal artistic touches out into the game. It's also a very long process to unlock everything by actually playing the game legitly, so this is an understandable unlock. Even if you just want to have it so you can know what you want to focus on unlocking in the normal game, this mod is a great tool. There have been a bunch of new wand mods that have been added to Hogwarts Legacy, and I picked out about 9 of the ones that looked the most interesting. Some are mods made famous by other fantasy franchises like the Star Wand from Disney, which is about the right size for a normal wand, which makes it kind of fun to use and doesn't look too wonky. Although there is something strange about casting an unforgivable curse with a pretty looking star wand, but if that's your thing, it works just fine. There's also the Loki Scepter from the Avengers, which looks pretty dumb because it's obviously too big to be a wand. However, there are a few animations that fit it perfectly. Unlike the star wand, the unforgivable curses work perfectly with the scepter, especially Imperio, since that was what the scepter was used for primarily in the Avengers film. Also, some of the finishers look really cool with the scepter, so if you're looking for a more dark story for your character, the scepter could actually be a very good choice. Being the Star Wars fan I am though, you had to know that the lightsaber would be my favorite. I'm a little disappointed that there was no lightsaber audio added to go along with it, but some of the swoosh sounds of the wand kinda go with it. Just like the scepter, the lightsaber is far too big to look like a wand, but it's still a freaking lightsaber, so how much can you really complain? Where it looks the coolest in my opinion is in its use of Protego, which makes it look like you're deflecting attacks with the lightsaber itself, which looks awesome. This version is Luke Skywalker's blue lightsaber, but the author of the mod did say they were looking into doing more lightsaber types in the future. Let's hope for that. Also, in keeping with the Harry Potter franchise itself is the Sword of Gryffindor. This sword honestly functions the same as the lightsaber. It also looks cool when using Protego, but also looks extra cool in finishers, especially the lightning from the sky. So if you want to keep yourself somewhat lore friendly, the Sword of Gryffindor might just be for you. Other ones I found that were more bizarre than cool included the Asparagus mod. Yeah, this is pretty dumb. It's a piece of asparagus, I guess. Although it doesn't really look that green, so it doesn't really stand out, but you know, that's your thing, I guess. There's also a wand mod that turns it into a pencil. If you want to write your opponents out of existence. Zing! And another mod which turns your wand into the Wiimote from the Nintendo Wii. This was my favorite of the odd wand mods because it actually looks like your character is playing the Wii in an odd way with all the swooshes and stuff. I don't know, it kind of fits, and being it is a video game is a kind of weird meta moment? I don't know. It looks funny anyway. Speaking of wands, in the last mods video we showed you the gun wand, but it was missing sound. Well, not anymore.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
That's right, folks. If Hogwarts Legacy seems too medieval and you're looking for something more Grand Theft Auto, look no further. Not gonna lie, this is pretty funny to use. It works pretty well and does kind of feel like shooting a gun in a video game if the bullets were a lot slower and left ribbon trails. The wand motions also don't really match shooting a gun since you're just swinging it around. It also, oddly enough, fits the game since when you're fighting enemies, you are killing them, so it kind of fits. Also, if you're looking for something more Red Dead Redemption than Grand Theft Auto, there's also a Colt pistol gun mod that you can use, and yes, there's sound for that too. This sound isn't as good in my opinion as the regular gun sound, but it's a change of pace if you're looking for that. Now, have you ever been casting Avada Kedavra and thought, man, my character doesn't say it with enough enthusiasm? Well, this next mod will fix that for you. That's right, you get to hear Voldemort's famous Avada Kedavra from the Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows film. The enthusiasm of the moment, and not to mention the meme of it all, it truly is glorious. Voldemort really knows how to put that whole oomph into it. I love this mod. Truly glorious. There's nothing more to this mod, and nothing more that needs to be said. Voldemort, would you say it one more time? In the first mods vid, we showed Shrek and Thomas the Train Engine as broom designs, but in this video, I give you the Ford Anglia broom mod. I'm sure Ron's family won't mind if we take his car for a spin around Hogwarts. Just like the scene from Chamber of Secrets, you too can ride a floating car around the entire map. However, it's not a seamless mod. Much like the Thomas the Tank Engine mod, the car doesn't fit perfectly around your body as your legs will come out the bottom a little. The one nice thing about the mod is that your head actually fits almost perfectly in the driver's seat, and from a certain angle you can actually look like you're driving the car. The ridiculousness would be about the same as the Thomas mod, but this did happen in Harry Potter, so yeah, it's kinda lore friendly, sorta, if that matters to you. This mod does have some lighting issues at certain angles, but it's still pretty fun to break out, and I think we can expect some patches on it in the future as well. It also shows up in the background of the start screen, so that's a fun touch. From the unusual to the just downright wrong, we have the Body Pillow mod. Yes, you can ride your anime body pillow broom all over Hogwarts now. Yeah, it looks just as wrong as you might imagine. I hate this and love this at the same time. It's hilarious looking from every angle. I like to think that you could craft a story around this if you really wanted to. Someone has put a spell on their broom and created an anime body pillow to keep them company. It would probably be very distracting while flying, so I don't recommend, and would bring a lot of attention to you. And as we all know, flying is a pretty public activity, and anything done with a body pillow should probably be kept behind closed doors. There is also a multitude of portrait mods. There are lore-friendly-ish mods for this, for Harry Potter, Hermione, and the one you're seeing, which is Dumbledore. Some of them look better than others, but they are a fun little addition. There are also non-lore-friendly ones, like Nicolas Cage portraits. Either way, these are a fun addition. However, most of the ones I tried to get to work didn't, and I deleted the Dumbledore ones, and yet he kept coming back. So, yeah, it's kind of creepy at this point now, so not sure how I feel about this because it hardly ever worked right, but if you can get the portrait mods to work, they're a cool little addition, but beware, they tend to have a mind of their own. The last mod we will look at today is Spider-Man. Yes, this mod's far from perfect. There's texture issues on the hands and around the neck, and of course it's missing the mask. However, you do get to play as Peter Parker, I guess, more than Spider-Man, or should I say Peter Potter. That's the name of the mod anyway. This mod's pretty fun. Seeing Spider-Man riding a broom feels like something straight out of Ready Player One, but it's still pretty cool. Also, the fighting reminded me of the Marvel Spider-Man video game since the combat controls are similar, so if you wanted to reinvent that game in some way, you kinda can. But the funniest thing about it is seeing Spider-Man interacting in cutscenes with students. In another life, Peter Parker could have gone to Hogwarts, and here's your chance to make that happen. Alright, so what did you guys think of the mods I presented today? Did you think they were cool? Maybe useful? Maybe just dumb? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, let us know if you want to see more videos like this about new, trending Hogwarts Legacy mods. And remember to smash the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications if you haven't already, and we will see you in the next video.